Welcome, fellow freaks, geeks, and nostalgic peeps to my channel, Slime and Slashers, where, we talk about everything from Nickelodeon slime to horror movie slashers, but plenty of stuff in between. Today we are talking movies. I usually talk books, but today it is movies. We'll be talking about my Christmas and winter movie marathon that will be taking place in the month of December. So every year I make up a little list of movies that I like to partake in viewing, and each year it's a little different. I have some movies that are horror movies on the list and some movies that are regular movies on the list, but all of them are either winter themed or Christmas themed. And without further ado, let's go to this short intro so I can tell you guys more about it. Welcome back, guys, and before we get into the movie talk, let me remind you guys that I am co-hosting a readathon in December called the Christmas Evil Readathon, and we actually have merch, and there's merch links on our Discord. There's merch links, you can find it through the link tree in our bio of our special Instagram. Our Instagram handle is at Xmas Evil Readathon, so check it out if you're not following already. We do have our special holiday party live stream set. That's going to be on December 17th, time to be determined. We will have special guests. We already are lining up a few special guests. So pumped! It's going to be wonderful. So we do have merch that says bitch because everyone wanted bitch merch because I see bitch all the time. So apparently that is like the new motto of the readathon. However, you do not have to read horror to participate in this readathon. You can bend the prompts to be about romance and to pick romance books. Whatevs. It's easy. I've got examples. If you missed my TBR video, let me just show you my physical TBR. Look at this. Anyway, my TBR is talked about in another video where I also give book recs and book ideas for the readathon for each prompt. So if you missed that, I will link it below. So guys, check it out if you want to see what's in this massive stack. I will also link all the co-hosts of the readathon below, and if you're interested in participating, we have movie watch parties. So that's kind of related to the movies we're talking about today, and we will give more information about that as we get a little closer, but we do have dates set for the movies. We're going to be doing a movie watch party on December 1st, as well as on December 4th. And I also will be hosting sprints on December 4th as well. So again, all that info is on our Discord, it is on our Instagram, so check out both of those accounts so that you can figure out your plans and mark your calendars. It's all linked below, everything, my co-hosts, and all the info, as well as our announcement videos down below. Also, if you want to see what movies I've watched in previous years and hear me and my friend Kat discuss those movies, then you can check out my playlist below of all my Christmas-related content, because I have a shitload of Christmas content, including last December, I literally vlogged all month long. Tons of book mail unboxing throughout those 2 vlogs I did, and tons of fun Christmassy stuff, tons of fun bookish stuff. It was just a lot of fun to vlog, and I'm going to vlog again. Alright, so you guys know, if you've been following me for a while, that I have a Halloween binder where I keep like my movie marathons for October. Well, I have made a general content binder for the rest of the year, and I just put stickers all over it. So isn't it cool? Pusheen's on it. I got the Office stickers, just cute little Halloweenish stuff. I've got winter themed stuff with this penguin. I got Baby Yoda over here, a skeleton shark because I love sharks, got some cute kitties, and just a lot of fun random stuff, Goosebumps stuff here. Yes, I'm very happy with how it came out, my little cover page. Okay, so once I am done telling you guys about the movies, because I have my little cheat sheet here, I'm going to put this in my binder, in my little page protector folders. Alright, so let's get into the movies. I am going to watch 25 movies, I'm hoping, during the month of December, and in the past I've done 24. I've done 12 horror movies and 12 non-horror movies. This it's actually more like 15 horror movies, if not more actually, and then the rest are kind of general movies. I only have 24 that I'm going to go through with you today. I'm going to leave one spot open for something that might just, you know, strike me at the time where I feel like watching it or something. Okay, and guys, if you like to watch any movies every year, let me know your favorite Christmas movies, whether that be regular Christmas movies or Christmas horror movies. I want to know about it. So my first movie is a rewatch. It's Christmas Evil from 1980, and I'm actually going to be showing this as a watch party on December 4th, so stay tuned for more info on how to watch along, because it is a public thing that you guys can do to join me. I think it's going to be either on the Christmas Evil Discord or on my Discord, and it's going to be so much fun. It's 100 minutes long. You could also find it on Tubi, Shudder, Vudu, and the Roku channel, and all of that, it's free with ads. So essentially what Christmas Evil is about is a toy factory worker, mentally scarred as a child upon learning Santa Claus is not real, suffers a nervous breakdown after being belittled at work, and embarks on a Yuletide killing spree. I feel like that premise, since I've seen this, I know, it's a little misleading. So Christmas Evil is a fantastic movie, but I wouldn't say it's even pure horror. It's definitely not a slasher. It's not like Silent Night, Deadly Night, so don't think of it in that same vein. It's definitely more of a drama, in my opinion. Just kind of a drama with some Yuletide flair, some Christmassy flair, if that makes sense. There are some bloody things in it, but really it's just kind of more psychological and an examination of how a guy kind of just loses his mind. I really love this film. My friend Kat thinks it's corny. We had a big challenge last year called the Christmas Evil Challenge, no relation to the readathon, where I defended the movie and people who liked the movie voted for Team Kelsey, and our team color was red, so people would wear red if they were Team Kelsey. And Kat's team was green, like the Grinch. That's not a coincidence. And anyone who disliked the movie would vote for Kat's team and would be on Kat's side about Christmas Evil. So yeah, we had a big old challenge. We had a live stream where we had revealed poll results to see who agreed with who more, and I won, by the way, so it was a lot of fun. We also reviewed Christmas Evil as well in depth, so that was a blast. My streaming that night had some issues, so that sucks, but still very happy with the conversation despite the quality of the stream. So I'm going to be revisiting this movie for a third year in a row, but that should be a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite Christmas horror-ish or drama-ish movies of all time. I love it. It's not cheesy. It is cheesy, but it's not bad cheesy in my opinion. And there's actually some really great drama in it that you feel for the guy at some points. The next movie I've never seen before, it's Silent Night from 2021. It's 92 minutes long. You could find this on AMC+, Fubo TV, or you could just rent it on Amazon. This stars a lot of famous people, and essentially our main premise, it says Nell, Simon, and their boy Art are ready to welcome friends and family for what promises to be a perfect Christmas gathering. Perfect, except for one thing. Everyone is going to die. So who knows if that's true or not, but ooh, sounds menacing. Next up, The Wolf of Snow Hollow from 2020. This is more of a winter set horror movie. This is 84 minutes long. You could find it on Amazon Prime, Epix, or you can just rent it on Amazon or on YouTube. A stressed-out police officer struggles not to give in to the paranoia that grips his small mountain town as bodies turn up after each full moon. Another rewatch on my list is John Carpenter's The Thing from 1982, classic. You can't do much better than The Thing when it comes to winter horror. It's just a fantastic, atmospheric, wonderful movie. Very great practical effects, if you ask me. And it's just freaking a good time. No matter how many times I've seen it, I always enjoy myself when I go to rewatch it. It's 109 minutes long. You can rent it on Amazon or on YouTube and lots of other places. I'm just going to watch it because I own it on Blu-ray. Next up, I'll also be rewatching Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, and of course that is from 1980. It's 144 minutes, so it's a little long, but I've seen it many times and the length never bothers me. You could find this on HBO Max if you have a subscription, or you can just rent it on Amazon or YouTube or other places like that. I think I also have this on Blu-ray, which has a lot of bonus features, so I really like owning it. It might be on DVD, but either way, I own it. And I'm excited to rewatch this because Kat and I are also both rereading The Shining, the book, and we're going to be watching for the first time, and it's the next movie on my list, Stephen King's mini-series version of The Shining from 1997. That's even longer at 273 minutes. Really, the only way to watch it is to buy it off of Amazon, like on DVD. So that is how I'm watching it. But we're watching both versions of The Shining. We'll be also discussing all of it together in a live stream. And the live stream will probably take place in January, date to be determined, so stand by for that. You know, stay tuned to my community tab and all that stuff I've been plugging this whole video long, just so you could find out when things take place. And yes, Kat will also be watching Room 237, as will I, and that's a documentary about the Kubrick version of The Shining and all these crazy theories behind it. And I'm going to rewatch that, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll talk about that in our chat too, along with everything else I've mentioned. So there will be spoilers, so if you want to join us for the chat, make sure you watch everything that I mentioned and read the book as well, or have already read the book. Just make sure that, you know, you won't get mad if you hear us talk spoilers, essentially. Next up, Day of the Beast from 1995. This is a foreign film. It's 103 minutes long. You could find it on Freevee, Shudder, Tubi, Vudu, Canopy, and AMC+. I've had this as a potential movie for certain marathons for many years, and now it's finally made it onto one of my actual lists. The story revolves around a Roman Catholic priest dedicated to committing as many sins as possible, a death metal salesman, and an Italian host of a TV show of the occult. These three go on a literal trip through Christmas-time Madrid to hunt for and prevent the reincarnation of the Antichrist. Sounds wild, sounds wacky, sounds right up my alley. I can't wait. Next up, a new movie that will be coming out in the theaters on December 2nd. This is Violent Night. And of course, like I said, it's brand new, coming out this year. When a team of mercenaries breaks into a wealthy family compound on Christmas Eve, taking everyone inside hostage, the team isn't prepared for a surprise combatant. Santa Claus is on the grounds, and he's about to show why this Nick is no saint. I love that. That's great. Great wordplay. Next up, a movie I haven't seen, Silent Night, Deadly Night 5, The Toy Maker. This was recommended to me by a very good friend, and he just watched this for the first time last year and said he really liked it, and I'm excited to finally check it out. It's a standalone. It doesn't really have to be watched with the rest of the Silent Night, Deadly Night series of movies. You can kind of watch this by itself. This is from 1991. It's 90 minutes long. You could find it on Shudder, Tubi, and on AMC+. He's home, but he's not alone, says the tagline. A young boy sees his father killed by a toy that was anonymously delivered to his house. Who is responsible for the killer toys? Next up, this movie is super hard to find to watch, but I found a link online where I can watch it. Of course, it's kind of like cheating the system a little bit, but hey, I really want to watch this. It's been on my radar for a while. This is Elves from 1989. It's only 89 minutes long. A young woman discovers that she is the focus of an evil Nazi experiment involving selective breeding and summoned elves, an attempt to create a race of supermen. Weird, 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 but wonderful sounding to me, personally. Can't wait. I've heard it's like one of the best worst movies, or worst best movies. I don't know. Actually, it's best worst movies. That is correct. The first thing I said was the right way. Next up, Jack Frost. I've actually never seen this either, and it's Jack Frost, the horror movie from 1997. It's only 89 minutes long. It's on Amazon Prime as of now, as of recording now. Who knows, you know, things might, you know, get off of Prime when Christmas is coming closer, and they might try to charge people for some Christmas movies. Anyway, also as of now, you could find it on Crackle, Hoopla, Peacock, Pluto TV, Roku channel, Tubi, Vudu, and I'm sure some other places. The tagline says, "He's chillin' and killin'." As a notorious serial killer is being driven to his execution, the truck carrying him encounters a bizarre accident that transforms him into a mutant snowman. My friend Rachel suggested that I check out Jack Frost 2 because it's actually funny and a good time. So Jack Frost 2, The Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snowman, or Snowman, singular. It's from the year 2000. It's 91 minutes long. You can find it on Crackle, Fubo TV, the Roku channel, Tubi, Vudu, and Plex. And this tagline says, "He's icin' and slicin'." So he goes from chillin' and killin' to icin' and slicin'. I like that. Ridiculous. Next up, a movie that is exclusively on Hulu. This is Puka from 2018. It is only 90 minutes long. A struggling actor gets a holiday season job as a Christmas character in a plush suit to promote the hottest toy of the year, Puka. He slowly develops two personalities, though. Sounds interesting. Next, Devil's Pass, aka the Dyatov Pass incident, and I always say that wrong. This is from 2013. It's 100 minutes long. You could find it on AMC+, Tubi, and you could rent it on Amazon. Now, the incident itself is real. It's an actual thing that took place, but this movie is fictional. So I will read you the description and you'll kind of understand. In February of 1959, 9 Russian hikers ventured into a remote area of the Ural Mountains. 2 weeks later, all of them were found dead. What happened is a mystery that has baffled investigators and researchers for decades. It has become known as the Dyaltov Pass incident. And that is true. All of that is true and actually happened. So here's the fictional part. When 5 ambitious American college students are issued a grant to return to the site of the original event, they gear up with the belief that they can uncover and document the truth of what happened to the supposedly experienced hikers. But what they find is more shocking than anything they could have imagined. And I love this because I read a nonfiction book about this incident earlier this year with my book club, my private book club with some friends. And then also I'm going to be reading a short story for my December TBR, for my Christmas Evil TBR specifically, that is kind of based off of the incident as well, but takes a fictional spin on it, much like this movie. So it'll all go together and it'll be like lots of thematic things surrounding this incident in this year of 2022. Next up, Ghost Story from 1981. It is 110 minutes long. You can rent it on Amazon or on YouTube and other places, I'm sure. This is a movie that was based off of a book written by Peter Straub. It's a book by the same name as the movie, so Ghost Story. And I actually am going to read the book in December. It's part of my Christmas Evil readathon TBR, once again. If you missed the video, like I said already, it's linked below if you want to know what I'm reading for each individual prompt. But yes, Ghost Story, I'm very excited. I've heard great things about the book. The movie I've heard okay things about, but either way, I love comparing and contrasting when it comes to books versus movies. So it'll be interesting to see, what changes from the book to the movie. Next up, Tokyo Godfathers from 2003. This is not a horror movie, it's an animated movie. It's 93 minutes long, and you can find it on Hoopla, the Roku channel, and you can rent it on Amazon. During a Christmas Eve in Tokyo, 3 homeless people discover an abandoned newborn while looking through the garbage. With only a handful of clues to the baby's identity, the 3 misfits search the city to find its parents. Now this seems very intriguing. I've heard great things about it over the years, and now I'm finally putting it on my list. Another animated movie, Arthur Christmas from 2011, 97 minutes long. It's on Amazon Prime. You could also find it on HBO Max and Hulu. Arthur Claus is Santa's misfit son who executes an unauthorized rookie mission to get a forgotten present halfway around the globe before dawn on Christmas morning. This one looks cute. I've seen the trailer before, and I've had it in the back of my mind for a couple of Decembers now, but I'm finally going to try to get to it this year. Another movie, and this is more of a filmed dance. This is The Nutcracker from 1993, starring Macaulay Culkin. It used to be on VHSs in terms of the promo or the trailer used to be on certain old school VHS tapes that I had, and I remember seeing it. And I remember seeing Macaulay on stage in this little commercial. So this is 93 minutes long. You could find it on Hulu, Plex, or Tubi. And the ballet itself is performed by the New York City Ballet in this version of the Nutcracker because it is an actual ballet. I've actually gone and seen the Nutcracker ballet live. I think I've at least seen it twice because my friend Teresa has been in the Nutcracker for many years, and she doesn't live here anymore, but when she lived in New Orleans, I used to go and see her do it. Next up, a Christmas classic. It's hard for me to go a December without watching it. Home Alone from 1990, 103 minutes. Keep the change, you filthy animal. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal, and a Happy New Year. I knew I would slip into quoting Home Alone 2, which is actually my favorite of the two, but the reason I'm watching Home Alone is because there's actually a special event put on by our local orchestra here in Louisiana. They're called the Louisiana Philharmonic Orchestra, and they are playing along with the movie. So we're gonna go see a live orchestra play along to Home Alone. Oh, hell yeah. You can't beat that, you little trout sniffer. Anyway, that is also from Home Alone 2, beat that, you little trout sniffer. It's the actual line. Yeah, it's wonderful. Buzz says that, by the way. It's just such a great movie, and I'm very excited. I don't have Home Alone 2 on my list, spoiler for the rest of the list, but if I could squeeze that in as my 25th movie, you know I will. Or I'll maybe squeeze in something that I haven't seen like 1,000 billion times. Another movie I was tempted to put on my list, even though I just rewatched it last year for the billionth time, is Jingle All the Way, which I really love. I think it's a heartfelt, fun movie, easy to watch, great seasonal film. But what is on my list Next up is Pee-wee's Playhouse Christmas Special from 1988. It's only 49 minutes long, and I have it on DVD. Apparently, you really can't find it anywhere else this year. In the past, it's been on Netflix, but I'm guessing not anymore. However, I love this film. It's actually a special, but it's in between a TV show length and a movie length. It's awesome. There's a great freaking song at the beginning. Pee-wee's Christmas, Merry, Merry Christmas. Pee-wee's Christmas, Merry, Merry Christmas. It's Christmas in the playhouse, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas, Pee-wee's Christmas, Merry, Merry Christmas. Anyway, I know that film all too well. It's about Pee-wee. He's having a Christmas special at his playhouse, and again, this is the version of Pee-wee that is based off the TV show Pee-wee's Playhouse, not the version of Pee-wee that's like Pee-wee's Big Adventure. They're kind of two different versions of Pee-wee in my opinion. I like both, but I prefer Pee-wee's Playhouse. I have a much larger affinity for that show. I grew up loving it. I love the art style of the actual playhouse of the show itself too, and yes, it's marvelous. And the special takes place in the playhouse, and I have like a lot of the lines memorized. I like to scream along when they say the secret word, and it's just freaking awesome. And yeah, I just rewatched it like the last 2 years, but I never pass up an opportunity. It's so short too. My dad and I like to watch it together and like say the words along with it. Lots of famous people in it: Oprah Winfrey, Annette Funicello. Gosh, so many people. Whoopi Goldberg. Some people just appear for a few seconds. Cher is in it. Lots and lots of people. Really, really fun special, if you ask me. So, can't wait to watch it yet again. Another rewatch for me, Meet Me in St. Louis, and this is from 1944. It's 113 minutes. It's one of my most favorite feel-good movies. It's so sweet. The music is so catchy, kind of like Pee-wee's Playhouse, but much different, like actually good, great music. Judy Garland, she's fantastic. She's one of the main characters, and she sings many times throughout the film. It's not really exclusively set at Christmas. It actually goes along, I think, almost a whole entire year. So you do get to see them celebrate Halloween in the movie. You do get to see them celebrate Christmas. It kind of ends towards where they're celebrating Christmas, and Judy Garland sings an amazing, awesome Christmas freaking song, and it's just lovely. And I've rewatched this many times, and I just decided this very year to buy it on Blu-ray because that's how much I like it. I would rewatch it anytime. It's really just very comforting, very soothing to put on, even in the background. And yeah, dun 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 went the trolley. That's not like a Christmas song, but that's one of the songs she sings about the trolley. And it's fabulous. Unlike my singing, which is not fabulous. Whatever. Alright, so that one's going to be a blast. Next up, another rewatch. I know, a lot of rewatches here. So this one is The Year Without a Santa Claus. It's from 1974. It is a animated movie, kind of like a stop motion animation type, claymation I should say, my bad. This is 51 minutes. You can rent it on Amazon. I actually have this on VHS, but I will not be watching it that way. I'll probably have to rent it. Feeling forgotten by the children of the world, old Saint Nick decides to skip his gift-giving journey and take a vacation. Mrs. Claus and two spunky little elves, Jingle and Jangle, set out to see where all the season's cheer has disappeared to. And of course, this one has like the snow miser and the heat miser guys, and they're like battling. So the snow miser controls like snow, the weather across the world. Heat miser controls the heat. I like the Snow Miser's song better in the movie. They both have like special songs that are to the same tune. And I have a shirt that shows them both. And it's freaking great because the Snow Miser is, I'm Mr. White Christmas, I'm Mr. Snow, I'm Mr. Icicle, I'm Mr. Ten Below, friends call me Snow Miser, whatever I touch, turns to snow in my clutch. I'm too much to do. I don't know what the deal is with me singing these songs. No one asked for Kelsey karaoke. I'm sorry, I will stop. This is it. No more singing. Alright, so I'm very pumped to see that again because it's been many years, so it'll be nice to revisit it and re-familiarize myself with this movie. Next up, another movie recommended to me by my friend Rachel. This is Game Over. I've never seen it. It's from 1989. It's only 87 minutes long, and you could find it on AMC Plus and Shudder as of right now. Thomas, a very intelligent and resourceful child, is left alone with his beloved and fragile granddad on Christmas Eve when a psychopath dressed as Santa Claus breaks into their mansion and starts chasing them. Thomas will do whatever he can to save himself and his granddad, leaving much of his childhood innocence behind. Rachel says this is kind of Home Alone-like, and since it is Christmassy, I'm like, oh, hell yeah, bitch! So thank you, Rachel. And I mean bitch in a nice way, of course, as you know, since I say that all the time. So yeah, I'm very, very eager to see what this is going to be like, and if I like it. And the last movie, the 24th movie on my list, I am going to aim for 25, as I said, I just don't have the 25th one picked out, but my 24th one that is on this list that I really want to get to is a rewatch. It's Die Hard from 1988, 131 minutes. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Yes, bitch! Of course I think it is. I'm very excited. Yippee-ki-yay, mother... Anyway, I've also got a Die Hard Christmas shirt, and I just got so excited that I moved the camera. So I actually, where is it? I have a piece of art where it's him in the ceiling where he flicks the lighter. Come to the coast, have a few laughs. Anyway, it's awesome. You could find it on Stars right now, and you could rent it on Amazon. So those are my 24 cemented movies. And we'll see what the 25th will be. I don't know. Only time will tell. Guys, do you guys like to watch flippin' Christmas or winter movies during this time of year? Are you anti-holiday movies? Do you just watch, you know, darker movies? Just let me know what your traditions are. I'd like to hear. I'm very interested. And comment below if you've watched any of these movies on my list, if you like any of them. Which one are you most excited for me to watch and talk about? Because I'll probably end up talking about these movies with my friend Kat, who I've mentioned many times in this video. You could find her on YouTube, by the way. She's got a brand spanking new channel called Kat's Novel Adventures. It will be linked below. Also, stay tuned, because if you like movie marathon lists, my friend Andrew over at It Came From The Page, he will be releasing one, he told me. I can't wait. I hope I'm right in that. I know he told me that, but I hope he actually releases one, because I can't wait to find out what he's gonna watch, and I like when he talks about movies. So if you're really into movies too, check out his channel and turn on the alerts so you will not miss his movie chat, because he will be talking about what he will watch as well, and he's also participating in Christmas Evil, the readathon. So Andrew's awesome, and he's totally underrated, so check him out too. Alright guys, but for this time, that is it for me. I want to say thank you so much for spending some time with me. I know this video is long, even though all I did was read movie summaries. Why are all my videos long? Mind explodes. I don't know. Anyway, I'm so jazzed, as you could probably tell by my frantic personality, for Christmas. I'm getting really, really jazzed and pumped up, and just very eager for the season to begin. And even though at the time of filming and recording this right now, it is not even yet Thanksgiving, I usually kind of feel subdued about Christmas until the day after Thanksgiving, but this year with the readathon, with everything coming up, and I don't know, I had such a great time last Christmas that I'm extra excited for this Christmas. So I think my excitement started a little bit early, just because there's so much to look forward to in December. Again, thanks guys for chilling with me to hear about the movies I'm gonna watch, and till next time, you know what you can do. Keep on killing it. Bye guys.